Hi again, Leo. This is the fifth dimension. I just did a reading for you and brought forward a wonderful man that's published. Um, at the time that that gentleman came through on the last Leo reading, there was also a woman who wanted to come through. And so I told both of them, since the man presented himself first, that I would do him first, and then I would get back on and do and bring forward the female that is coming forward for you, Leo. And so might want to listen or watch both if this doesn't resonate with you. But this is a person who has been given to you as an earth guide. This is a loved one who has passed. This is different than a guardian angel. A guardian angel is assigned at birth. This person was significant in your life, and even though they're in heaven, they stand beside you here on the earthly plane. I feel like I am giving this message to a daughter. This daughter has blondish hair. Okay, I'm going to go into, I get sidetracked. I'm going to bring forth this woman. I shuffled my decks and things that I use to bring out specific characteristics and meditated on her, so I had the advantage of doing that. She is a very strong woman. She was a great mother, not overbearing, a little bit sometimes. If she felt like one of her kids had gotten, cheated out of something, she definitely spoke up. She was very involved. If you played sports, she got involved in the booster club. She did the concession stand. She might have brought the snacks, the drinks, etc. She said that she worked in a cafeteria, so it might have been the school cafeteria. I see her being front and center in her children's life. So she might have just gotten a job at the school so that she could be near them, or just have the same schedule as them and have the summers off. She was also a wonderful grandmother. Her grandbabies were little, 1 year old and 2 year old possibly, or 1.5 year old and under 1 years old, so months old. And I'm sure that you are thinking what we all would be thinking is, oh my gosh, I so wanted my kids to know her. She was very electrifying. She lit the room up when she entered the room. Okay, she had dark hair. She was approximately 5'7". So she was definitely on the taller side. She was a medium build. She wasn't super slender, and she definitely was not heavy set. She was very active. She just made sure everyone had everything that they needed. I mean, if you mentioned that, geez, you were looking for the kind of the brand of super glue that you like. I mean, when she went out to Walmart the next time or wherever, she picked it up for you. I mean, she was just one of those people that you could really count on. Her loss has been significant in your life because she played such a large role in your life. And I know you're hurting. I'm so sorry for your loss. But I would like to bring forth a message from her to you, which is my favorite part. But first, I'd like to confirm some characteristics about her, which is always fun and kind of brings a little light to the loss and the grief. All right, so I have a bowl of marbles. I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to grab a marble that represents her eye color. All right, I got that she had brown eyes, kind of on the darker side. She had darker hair and she always tanned really well. Like it didn't take her much to get a tan. She enjoyed the beach. I see her in her bathing suit, watching out into the water, watching her family. She would go with a girlfriend sometimes, or just herself and possibly one other person, but her greatest joy was to be at the beach with her whole family, to have, I mean, she had the whole setup. She had the umbrella and the chair and all the toys and the snacks and the cooler, because that's the way that she was. And that, just know that that is a memory that she cherishes. And I'm sure you do too. It was some of her favorite times. So even though I got that she worked in or around the school, or like in a cafeteria, more or less, I'm going to bring up her energy, because even though I have occupational cards, and even though we are something else in life, we can carry the energy of a different occupation. Or she could have had the energy of wanting to be involved in the school, but she was a factory worker. I have that she was a lead or a supervisor, possibly. So whatever work she did, the high school cafeteria, um, or factory worker, could have been a car plant. Uh, but she did well. She paid her bills. She didn't work for part of the time when you were growing up. She focused just on her family. Okay, did she lose a child possibly by miscarriage or miscarriage? Okay, so did she lose a child by miscarriage? You might not even know. If this, is your mom, you might not know. You might want to ask another family member, but she's telling me that I did lose one child by miscarriage, that I was blessed with 4 children. I have 3 living, or had 3 living. Okay, so that might be something that you didn't even know about. But all right, and then I made a deck, 2 little decks of cards out of flashcards. They are alphabet cards from A to Z, and I am going to meditate and ask the divine and the great white light to please. Oh, that's way too many. Well, last time this happened, and I took them all. There were 2 words, 2 whole words in the message, so I'm going to take them. This is for the loved one of the Leo viewer. And let me just look at these a second. Please forgive me for putting my head down. Let me look at these a second and see if we don't have some words. Wow. Okay. It's funny. I brought up the car plant, and it could be Ford, or she drove a Ford, possibly. That's really cool. So her vehicle might have been a Ford, or she did work at a car plant, and she's validating for us. So we have Ford, obviously, and then we have B and H. Could have been that her first, middle, maiden name, last name could have started with an H or a B. She said, no, that's my husband's initials. So this might possibly be her husband's initials, or they could be hers. So don't force it to fit, but man, I cannot believe, think outside the box, because we definitely have the word Ford. That is really cool. How fun. All right, so she's like, I'm talking, I'm glad to be here, and she wants to tell you a message at the end, that's my favorite part. But we still have our letters, little deck that I made, 1 through 31. So we're going to ask Divine, Great White Light, please bring forth some numbers that represent this beautiful woman who is coming through for the Leo viewer. Strong mother, great mother. All right. Okay. I got 3. So, was she possibly a Sagittarius by any chance? Or she died in the month of December? She either was born or died in the month of December, on the 18th day or the 23rd day. These could be the 3 children and their ages. So like I said, don't force it to fit, but think outside the box. This could be her month of birth or death date or birth date. All right. I really do hope that she didn't pass around the holidays, because I'm sure that that makes the holidays exceptionally hard for you. And she was such a strong person. She probably was very involved in all of the holidays. And so I'm sure it's hard if that is the case. I'm so sorry for your loss. But right now, we're going to give her words flight. I'm going to ask the divine to please bring forth the words. If she could say anything to you right now, what would she say through me? So this is my favorite part. All right, I've got them shuffled up. Even though I do shuffle them beforehand, I like to do it again. All right, and I'm going to get started. This is for the sign of Leo. This is for the Leo viewer, their loved one, divine great white light. If she could say anything to her family right now, directly to them, what would she say? Please bring forth her words as a blessing to the people that miss her terribly. Oh. Okay, so the first thing she says is, it is not your fault. And I don't know what that means, but you know what that means. And I'm so sorry if you're feeling responsibility for something that occurred with her, or that you felt contributed to her passing. I mean, please know that people's life paths are picked at the date of their birth, and it was just her time. This could not have been prevented. It was her time to go. So she's saying, it is not your fault. Don't carry it anymore. If you are carrying anything, any guilt like that, that is not what she would want you to do. She says, I am here helping you. So just know, even though she's physically not standing beside you, she is energetically and spiritually standing beside you as an extra level of love and protection here on earth. So if you feel her around you, especially in the kitchen, I think you think of her while you're cooking dinner and things like that, just know that she is there with you. So Leo, you got a double blessing, because 2 people came through for the sign of Leo. If this did not resonate, please listen to the other one, or look for me next week. This is the 5th dimension. Please, please, please hit subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel to bring some healing and clarity to people that are just grieving at this time. And I love you. God bless. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.